Thank you very much, everybody who is watching this video right now, or you'll watch it later from our YouTube or Facebook page. So yes, marriage-based green card application is one of the main platform by which a lot of people from all over the world, they come to America every year and they get green card status. That and also there's also a lot of fraud in this sector. That's why we see a lot of guideline from USCIS. In many interviews, a lot of people they lose their green card application because they cannot provide enough evidence of bona fide marriage. That's why I decided to talk about this. And if you need any help in future, please feel free to reach out to us for help. So when you apply for marriage-based green card application, just remember two words. The most critical two words are bona fide marriage. You have to establish that the marriage you have with a US citizen or a permanent resident is bona fide. The sole purpose of that marriage is to form a family and live in peace, no, not for any immigration purposes. Any immigration benefit that you are getting from this marriage is your extra. That's not the purpose of your marriage. So you have to establish that. That is called bona fide marriage. So whenever you submit any application for marriage-based green card application, all the documents, all the information you provide must be true and accurate, and may not submit any information that is fraudulent and frivolous. So a lot of people they do that, and I see a lot of people they get rejected in the application. So please make sure that all the information you submit, all the document you submit is true and accurate. So marriage-based green card application has two steps. In many cases, you can apply both of the steps together, and in some cases, you have to wait for the first one to be approved and then apply for the second step. So the two steps is the first one is called I-130. So I-130 is name of the firm. You have to fill it up, submit it to USCIS. Technically, your spouse who is a US citizen or permanent resident will fill it up and submit to USCIS with appropriate USCIS filing fee and other supporting documents. Once I-130 is approved, then whether you will submit I-485 or immigration visa process IVP in your local US embassy, depending on where you are living. If you are living in America, then you will submit I-485 form with some other forms and supporting documents and filing fee, everything. However, if you are living in a foreign country at that moment, you have to apply for an immigration visa in your local US embassy. Let's say you live in Pakistan and your spouse applied for I-130 and you got approved, and then you submit your IVP in your local US embassy. So whether you're going to apply for I-485 or whether you're going to apply for IVP, it requires a lot of different kind of supporting evidence and different kind of information. So please remember that you have to follow this rule. Also, if you are living in America, sometime you can apply for I-130 and I-485 together. Sometime you cannot submit these two applications together. You have to wait for I-130 to be approved and then apply for I-485. Whether you will be able to apply these two forms together or you have to wait depends on visa bulletin. And recently there is a huge changes in the visa bulletin. In the April 23 visa bulletin, there's a lot of changes. I encourage all of you, those who are trying to apply for marriage-based application, please check visa bulletin whether your category is current or not, and then you apply for marriage-based application. How to read visa bulletin is sometimes a little complex for a lot of my audiences, so I encourage you to learn how to read the visa bulletin, because visa bulletin is very important for pretty much all kind of immigration matters. And we have a YouTube video about how to read visa bulletin, how to understand visa bulletin. If you are interested, please go to our YouTube channel and watch that video. I tried my best to make it very clear. And there are some other videos in YouTube too. And yeah, if you try, it's not that hard to understand. So again, visa bulletin is very important. So let me summarize. In marriage-based application, you have to establish that this is a bona fide marriage. This is not a marriage for the purpose of immigration. If there's any chance the USCIS officer is thinks that this is an application just for the immigration purpose, there's a big chance that your application will be rejected. It must be a bona fide marriage. At first, your spouse, who is a US citizen or permanent resident, must apply for I-130 form. Once it is approved, you will be able to apply for I-485 or IVP, depending on where you are. If you are in America, In some cases you can submit I-130 and I-485 together. That is good for you. It saves a lot of time. You get a lot of extra benefit out of that. However, you cannot just do it by yourself. It depends on the visa bulletin. If your category is current, then you can apply concurrent application of I-130 and I-485, and that is helpful. But to know whether your category is current, you have to see the visa bulletin. So that was our discussion for marriage based application. If any of you are interested, we can help you about that.